Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's our first LinkedIn webinar. Okay, let's start. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Tomasz. I'm representing Tomasz Dynamics. I would like to invite you to our webinar. It's going to be a short, optimistic summer webinar about startups and about things related to launching your first startup, or maybe second, maybe third one, who knows. One disclaimer, it's our first LinkedIn webinar. It might be not super perfect. Well, we shall see. Okay, so why startups needs more than just you? I'm gonna share my insights about startups, working on an idea, working on a startup as a founder, in search of co-founder. In most cases, as you probably know, startups are created by two founders, founder and co-founder, both representing different competencies, skills, and capabilities. So we're going to elaborate about this topic today. Okay. Yes, Rafael should be with me. As you can see, it's only me right now, and that's going to be until the end of this webinar. Unfortunately, very important family topics. Rafael can't attend. He's in Poland right now, so it's evening for him. So my apologies in his name. Okay, let's move forward to my part. Before we're gonna jump into the topic, maybe drop something in the chat. What's the biggest technical challenge right now, or business challenge right now? Share your challenges in the chat. You're welcome to do this. Maybe we're gonna pick up one of the challenges at the end of the webinar for discussion, or maybe we're gonna pick up just the question. So I strongly encourage you to drop something in the chat. Thank you. Okay. Rafael should say something, share with us here about successful starts, solid foundations, how to start startup, of course with co-founder, but he's not here, so we're gonna skip to my part. I will, because I'm a technical person working as a technical consultant at Tomasz Dynamics. I will share my perspective about looking for a technical co-founder. Yes, technical co-founder needed. The most popular problem we basically know working with our clients, also like in the whole startup environment, startup scene. There's always a huge demand for technical co-founders. Believe me, I would say this is the most popular case for early starters, people who are just thinking about startup and like starting some kind of new initiative. Okay, vibe coding for help. We're gonna try to elaborate a little bit about this topic because it's super hot topic, and yeah, let's move forward. Vibe coding right now is a very hot topic, probably one of the most topics right now from the startup perspective. Probably second will be like AI agents, but But from the perspective of our topic for today, our webinar, it's more about the vibe coding. So I will start with this and try to combine both topics together, blend of finding a technical co-founder and vibe coding, because vibe coding might be the answer at early stage, super early stage. We're just trying to uh, create your idea, frame your idea with a super early stage prototype. So I will discuss pros and cons of this approach and what to do next, or what to do instead of vibe coding. Okay, so let's move forward with this funny meme. So yeah, everybody starting a startup. This is basically the approach. This is basically the mindset. We need technical skills. We need business skills. We need technical business founder combined together, glued together, working together in symbiosis to work on the startup. But in most cases, right now, what we can see that's also the trend. More and more startups, emerging startups, are basically one solo founder using a lot of AI tools. It's called AI vibing. This is like interesting new term, buzzword. Basically, it means that you as a person, you can basically achieve different results, achieve different objectives, different goals using AI tools for totally different areas, totally different domains. So you can use AI for coding. That's why we have this vibe coding. You can use AI for marketing. So we're also speaking about vibe marketing, vibe design, vibe writing, everything. So instead of using this AI word, it's all about the vibing. So doing something all the time together with AI assistant, chatbot, or other tool. That's why this term is super popular. The most popular usage of this term is vibe coding. So let's move forward. Let's spice it up a little bit with technical co-founder, because I'm a technical person in most cases. I'm responsible. I'm helping our clients as a technical consultant. So I will focus about a technical co-founder from the perspective of a business. So imagine you're a business founder and you're looking for a technical co-founder. Fun fact: Raphael part was about the other way. So you're a technical person and you're looking for a business partner. So we try to make this like super complementary. Okay, so medical technical co-founder. Like in most cases, believe me, that's my personal observation, and probably there's a lot of data supporting this. A lot of brilliant people with brilliant ideas looking for technical co-founders. So this is the most popular situation. I don't have any exact number right now in head, but that's the situation. So what kind of options we have? Basically, starting a startup as a non-technical person, and how to basically cover the gap of technical co-founder. So what we can do? Okay, so what we can do? In the best case scenario, of course, is to find a real tech co-founder, somebody who's hands-on with IT architecture, with coding, who in the past successfully delivered multiple technical solutions. So somebody with experience, somebody with successful track record, building different solutions. So that's the obvious situation. That's the obvious situation what we can do. If we won't find a technical founder, what we can do? We can find somebody who's gonna be like a fractional chief technical officer, fractional will conduct the technical role as a fractional person. With, of course, that person might be paid, might work for equity, for a fraction of equity, not like being like real co-founder with equal split. What we can do next? We can find a vendor, a company, a vendor, somebody who will work for us, and we will basically, in most cases, pay to build the solution. So we're going to outsource the technical part totally. But in most cases, this situation will require a lot of money up front. Um, or yes, or do anything on your own. Like if you're a business founder without technical background, you can always try. That's why we have this vibe coding, and I want to focus how vibe coding might be helpful for you in the very early stage, very first steps. So what is vibe coding? Vibe coding is basically prompting AI, prompting a solution. Plenty of solutions on the market. I don't want to promote any specific. Simple Google search lookup will provide a lot of names, a lot of hot vibe coding solutions tools to use. But vibe coding is basically a easy to use platform where you can prompt directly and get an answer as a ready to use technical solution, technical product, service, whatever you're building, web oriented, in most cases, a solution, just with prompting. You don't have to know, you don't need specific terms, technologies, basically general understanding of things like front and back end database. That's fine enough. Just have a little bit of knowledge about those terms, those components of the solution, and you can successfully, rapidly prototype something. In most cases, like very simple web page, online service to demonstrate the idea. And basically, that's one of the biggest I would say advantages of using vibe coding, because you can quickly, in an easy way, prompt what you want to achieve and get like very early design. Also like a design, yes, it might also look nice and neat for users. So you can prototype quickly your idea. Of course, this is AI-driven development. In contradiction to AI-assisted coding, it's not like using a copilot in a specific coding environment. It's not like working with live code. Of course, you can access the code if you want to within a vibe coding as a solution tool, but in most cases, this is not necessary. You don't need to know anything behind the scenes, what's going on, what kind of components AI tool is creating. So this is a fully automated AI-driven development, and of course, it's only prompting. So you don't have to work too much with the whole solution with deliverables created with AI. You don't have to really deep dive into it, understand them. You just prompt. Okay, there's a bug. You want to change something. So minimal interventions. So it's only up to prompting. So that's basically vibe coding. It's almost like using a generic chatbot daily, but instead of like typical output, we're gonna get like live solution. And that's a little bit of illusion. Now I'm gonna share like more like this controversial part, and more like this some a bit about the risks associated with AI vibe coding. Basically, in most cases, people tend to very deeply believe all the commercials, ads in the internet. Oh, this magical vibe coding solution will create your startup. You're gonna create MVP. So there's like a very strong promise. I would say like very bold statement for vibe coding. But you have to remember, it's new and emerging, evolving technology, new trend which is evolving right now. It's good to quick and dirty prototype something, but for the reality, yes, the reality check is that vibe coding will struggle with very complex business logic, and will struggle also with scalability and implementing like huge change, working something from scratch. Of course, there are other risks associated with that, like compliance and security. So it might be tricky. to use vibe coding in the long run. The prototype trap. So yes, we are happy. We have the initial prototype, working prototype live. We have a link. We can share with others. We can validate our idea. We can conduct new interviews with our users. We can board some early users, early adopters. So that's your initial success. But it's all about prototypes. So there's gonna be, of course, the solution won't be probably covering all your ideas. It won't be fully polished, and you can present something to somebody, and somebody will be disappointed. Like it's very tricky and very risky to promote your early stage prototype as MVP, and that's something I'm observing right now. A lot of people are convinced, like quick and dirty vibe coding prototype is like an equivalent to MVP, which is more like a sophisticated early version of your product. So this is all about common sense about how we're gonna approach this, and what we're basically gonna implement with vibe coding. So bear in mind to share your ideas, your prototypes with potential users when you're really satisfied with the outcome. That's the trap. We call this like a little bit. Most people will call this a little bit of a trap. So we believe, we think we have like almost ready, 80% done of our solution, but still like the rest of those features which are missing, or if we're gonna just implement with vibe coding 3 to 5 features, there's probably a bigger backlog of features, and in most cases adding more and more is exponentially much bigger effort to finalize to create like reasonable MVP with vibe coding. So yes, this kind of AI tool will help you definitely. Will help you play around with your idea to quickly validate it, but to rely only on it, it might be very risky. Now, moving forward, so what we can do next? What kind of options we have? What options basically we have to move forward? Okay, we can, like as I said, without this technical co-founder, we can move beyond. We can try to low-code, no-code solution frameworks platforms, so we can go to old-fashioned software development with, of course, with co-founder, if we have with engineers and developers, to move away from this early prototype. So yes, moving forward, in most cases will mean you can add more scope, add more features, you can create better performance, you can create scalability and more reliable solution. And of course, all platforms, low-code, no-code platforms, by default, are basically secure and compliant. Those providers basically created those platforms in mind to provide this kind of security and compliance capabilities. Of course, typical software development, that's a different story. But in most cases, without the co-founder, the best way is not to move towards this path. Or if you're gonna find a vendor, somebody who will help you. So those are the trade-offs. You can start on your own. You can try to build something very simple, prototype with vibe coding, or you can do something in between. You can do with low code, no code, which is like fast and very reliable option on the table. Much faster, you can deliver much faster potential solution comparing to standard software practices, standard development, because you're using components. I like to call low-code, no-code as a out-of-the-box solution. So most of those components are ready just to drag and drop, and not too much custom development is needed, or just a little bit. Depends on the solution. Of course, vibe coding might be a very good first step without technical co-founder. But yes, you're gonna have something you can use to convince people, audience, users, and maybe somebody who will join you as a technical co-founder. Let's move to another step. What we practice, what we do with our clients as the Hedge Dynamics, we help them to create their own startup solutions, their MVPs, using most popular local no-code platforms like Babel, Flutterflow, for instance. And we see where we basically, our promise is that such solution can be developed 5 times faster than ordinary old-fashioned way with a team of developers. So to compare, vibe coding as a simple solution which can get you to specific point with a prototype, to demo your idea and validate your idea. Low-code, no-code might be the next step, or you can skip the vibe coding step, of course. That's not the problem. But low-code, no-code might be another step, but you need more knowledge, more practice with building software solutions. But believe me, it's also more affordable way to create something, make something live, bring something to life. Instead of working with a whole team, you can create a solution with one developer, or in most cases 1 to 2 developers in low-code, no-code framework platform. So it's much cheaper and much faster. But the biggest trade-off is that some of the things gonna be out of the box, and some of the features, custom features, will require extra effort, and also probably extra coding. So low-code, no-code is something in between, and I still believe that's the best way right now to deliver MVP. One example I want to share with you. This is something we were working for some time last year. This is the startup called Lobby4. You can see me on the screen. This startup is fully made in a local no-code platform called Babel. This startup, the whole MVP is a fully responsive web app. It's a basically networking app with AI, where AI basically is helping the user across the whole networking experience and the whole networking journey, online networking journey, from matching recommendations to providing some hints during the video call and some hints after the video call, how to network the efficient way as a busy professional, for instance. And this solution is purely made in Babel, integrated with external services. Yes, we can integrate local no-code solutions very easily, using already ready to use plugins within the framework, so we can quickly integrate with LinkedIn. In this case, in LinkedIn, OpenAI, over API, with daily videos for video streaming, with Google Maps for geolocalization, SendGrid with email notifications and sending different messages, and of course mobile soon. Yes, because this startup will be updated. The startup will get mobile apps soon. But in this case, for Babel, this is something new. Last month, Babel they added fully native mobile deployment for iOS and for Android. So this is something new. You can directly deploy mobile apps from the Bubble framework. That's a huge win, and huge win for you guys if you're building your startup. That's a huge win. Conclusions. So why you can't find a technical co-founder? Probably some of you are looking for a technical co-founder. Maybe some of you will look for a technical co-founder. Maybe some of you are thinking about a startup, starting a startup, and are thinking, okay, so how am I gonna cope with technical skills with technical person? So common pitfalls, like what's the what are the common grounds for most of this kind of situations? Okay, so what I've seen is that a lot of founders are not business founders are not providing sufficient incentives for technical co-founders. The technical co-founders, like would like to also be on the same page, be on the same partnership level. So if somebody's expecting that somebody will do the all technical work for you just for a fraction of equity, that's not the best attitude. Definitely, finding a co-founder is should be a situation win-win for both parties, for both sides, and both parties should have like an equal split. Like by the book, it should be equal split, like 50-50. But of course, like the initial founder might keep a little bit more equity for sure. So incentives. So this is the most popular situation, most popular problem I've seen so far. Vision gaps, of course, like both parties should be on the same page. They both should be they both should believe in the same vision, share the same vision for the solution. And that's of course a very popular problem if you are already doing something, if you're already moving forward. Maybe you have a prototype, maybe you have like a live demo MVP even. It's going further is more complicated than to find a co-founder, because you already are a more mature state, and it's gonna be much more difficult to persuade somebody, to convince somebody that this is the right startup to join, this is the right product to invest time and money. So yeah, I believe as far as we go, we can find out in a situation that is more and more difficult to find a reliable, interested co-founder who is sharing the same passion about the idea. Of course, networking. A lot of people struggle if they are business founders. They basically don't know exactly where to go, how to find a co-founder, because most of the peers of contacts are in very specific domain or more like business contacts. So it's like also like a problem for business people to find the right group of people and find the right person. So that's like I like to frame this like networking challenge. So basically, yeah, a lot of people are like asking me directly, hey Tom, where to find a technical co-founder? So there are the different options, of course. I will basically share probably the one Y Combinator, a very famous accelerator incubator. They have something like Startup School. They have something like founders matching portal, where you can present your idea and if anything basically you have, and reach out to people from the whole pool of potential co-founders, people which are looking for another co-founder, and working to start working on a totally new idea from scratch, or somebody with like already baked idea. It all depends. So this is basically the way. And competition, of course, like yes, if you want to provide nice incentives, there's always like huge demand for technical people in the market. So you're competing with the whole job market. So yeah, this is really challenging. Okay. Question in the chat. Are you open? Is somebody interested? Will be open to further training, education, advice on this topic or product innovation or AI technologies relevant to your organization? Drop us a yes or no in the chat, or reach out to me directly, Takesh Dynamics, to discuss this topic even more. Okay. Last message for today, Takesh Dynamics. Yeah, we are our specialty are startups, product design and product development, IT consulting, business advisory. We're helping startups to bring their dreams live from 0 to 1. So if you're gonna have any kind of question after this webinar, feel free to reach out to me. Yeah, and maybe let's pick a question or two. I'm not sure how should I do this. Probably I have to open the chat, so give me a second. I'm gonna open the chat. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna look in the chat for questions and like maybe wait a minute or two. Okay, webinar. Okay, webinar. Open this one. Okay, one moment. Join live. Okay. Okay. You'll feel free to drop a question in the chat. I'm watching right now at the chat, so I'm gonna give you like a minute. For now, I don't see any questions. Okay, no questions, I assume. So thank you very much for attending this webinar. Let's stay connected. Feel free to check Takesh Dynamics. Feel free to connect with me directly, with Rafael Kartashinsky. You can book a mutual discovery meeting with us. You can reach out to me and discuss your idea. I love to help founders. I love to share my experience. So yeah, let's catch up later on. And thank you for your time today. I wish you all great day ahead and great summer. Thank you very much.